everyone, and welcome back to a new video. I have been struggling lately with finding videos that I have the time for to make them because I'm very busy with school and also have the inspiration for. And lately I've been doing a lot of journaling, as you probably could tell by the content that I was putting out. But also I've been doing a lot of tarot readings lately. Just doing the tarot readings makes me so happy, but also watching them on YouTube, for example from Première or from the Gem Goddess. I had this idea to do a tarot reading, a bigger card reading with two piles, where you can choose between the two piles and they will give you some questions for reflection to reflect upon, some prompts. Basically, what is it that you should journal about or need to journal about in case you don't have any inspiration. So for the two piles I have chosen two gemstones so that you can pick either one of them. In case you're new to this, how a big card works is that you choose with your intuition one of the two groups, group 1 or group 2. I will say which one it is based on the object, the gemstone that I'm showing you, and then you can go skip to that part of the video and there I will just give a reading. What I have are these two. I'll show you the first one. This is for group 1. Let's see, so pretty. And this is a blood carniole. I'm not sure if I translated that right, but so this is group 1. And then I have this one. And this is a flower agate. If you look closely, you can see the dried flowers within it. Okay, so choose one. Group 1, group 2. If you chose this one, this will be your reading in case you don't know what to journal about. And I first will start with my Love Who You Are deck. I'm instantly getting so hyped because I just love doing readings. Look how beautiful they are. Okay, first I'm gonna give you some general inspiration. This is the first card. It's Bring Your Monster Flowers. First off, I think shadow work is a great thing for you, but I will go more in depth on what part of shadow work will be for you, but that's the first thing that I'm catching up on. Trying to be soft for yourself, accepting that there are darker sides to you and that they also are a part of you, and treat them with kindness instead of hating them. Okay, maybe journaling about what those parts are and how you can show more kindness to that part. We have Gather Your Nuts. And in combination with the card that we already had, finding different ways to be kind for yourself, to show yourself love, making a list about ways you can be a little kinder to yourself every day, and making it this way that you can pick one thing every day. Okay, then I'm going to my, always struggle with pronouncing it, Lenormand cards. Got these from a friend and she gives me regular readings. Love these. Okay, also look how pretty they are. Okay, first we have the whip, but I want to pull more cards to give you a more accurate message. You've got the key. I want one more. And the star. What I'm seeing is that you should do some shadow work on some self-destructive behaviors that you have, patterns that you need to break, habits that aren't the best for your self-esteem. Try to dig deep. What are these patterns? What are these habits? And then trying to find a solution on how to slowly change these habits in something positive, in something new, in finding literally the light within the darkness. the key here is the solution, seeking the solution. And I'm feeling like that there are lots of solutions, but you just need to open your eyes for it. If you do this, you will start to shine brighter each and every day. One more time, trying to list and find the things that are self-destructive habits, behavior, allowing yourself to shine again. And then lastly, for this reading, I want to do some of my healing water cards and try to find a last message, a last thing you can journal about. We have the Well Maidens. It says kindness, respect, reverence, and compassion. Try to show compassion, respect, kindness to yourself the way you would to any other friend. You are not listing these negative behaviors, negative habits in order to judge yourself, but rather to grow as a person. And the fact that you are willing to do this, you should be so proud of that. Okay, so this is your last card, and I love it because it ends with a question. It's the Bird Mysteries. And then the question is, what are you being called to create? So definitely use that one as a prompt. What are you called to create? So group number 1. I know this video is a bit different from my normal journal videos, but I hope you like this. I hope it gives you some inspiration, and I want to wish you success with diving into the shadow work, and I'm sure you will do great. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you in my next video. Please like, subscribe, and bye. Hello, group number 2. If you chose the flower agate, this is your reading. I will start with the Love Who You Are deck, oracle cards, to show you some first messages on what you should journal about. Okay, we have the card Float Like You Mean It, but this card was hesitant, so I feel like you have some trouble believing in your own power, and also have some trouble trusting your safety net. Okay, Defy Gravity. The first thing that I'm seeing is for you to create solid ground for yourself. What is a place that you can fall back upon? What is your solid starting point? I feel like that you have an idea, but you're doubting your own abilities, or you're afraid that once you start, you have nothing to fall back upon. I think with the Defy Gravity card, you should journal about how you want to build a solid starting point for yourself. What is the place that you need to create so that you, in order to take a leap forward? Do you maybe need someone that gives you advice, someone that supports you, a mentor, for example? Or do you need a solid workplace, a workstation from which you can make your project? Do you need X amount of money in order to have something to fall back upon? Try to journal about that. What is it that you need? And then own your star. Maybe, or the message that I'm getting is trying to see your own self-worth, your capabilities, the fact that you are able to create whatever you want. So own your star. I feel like in journaling content, it's wise for you to create maybe a list of reasons why you are the perfect person to take on this project, to do this certain idea thing that you have in mind. Then I will go to my Lenormand cards. I think I pronounced it wrong, but it sounds French, and I think you should pronounce it like that in French. But I don't know. Got these cards from a friend of mine. We have the Child. Already getting a vision here, but I want a few more cards to get the bigger picture. We have the Dog. So a lot of playful energy. Also, there are a few things that I'm noticing. For example, the dog has the leash in his mouth like it's walking himself. He doesn't need someone to tell him where to go and what to do. And lilies. Aww. In order for you to bloom, you need to embrace your childlike qualities. Something to journal about is maybe reflecting on how you behaved as a child. Who were you when you were a child? As children, we often aren't afraid to take a leap of faith because we haven't quite developed the ability to look that many steps. We tend to be more going in head first. Try to find more playful things in your project. How can you make this more fun for yourself? List maybe some ways that you can create this fun, playful environment for yourself to work on your project in. And I think if you do those things, so reflect upon who you were as a child and how this can correlate to this certain project, but also list some fun ways to work on your project, you will see progress, you will start to bloom, you will feel much more calmer in a playful sense, less anxious, I think that's the right word. And also try to reflect upon why you were so intrigued by this project, why you loved it in the first place, why you wanted to start it. Remind yourself of that. And then lastly, I have the Healing Water Oracle deck for some last messages. We have the Mist, trust your inner compass. I love this one. Be led from within. So again, try to look inward. Why did you love this project in the first place? What does your intuition tell you, your inner compass? And try to lead yourself forward in this project from that place. So maybe also reflecting on what it is that your inner voice, your inner compass is telling you. Okay, we have Into the Unknown, Underworld, tapped, courage, facing your fears. What is it that you're afraid of? What are those fears? And how can you leap forward with courage? Maybe naming those fears, writing them down. Sometimes for me personally, it can help to write down what would happen in a worst case scenario. Okay. Okay, what was I saying? And then I go back to the message that I just got. Writing down your fears and trying to write down the worst case scenario. And sometimes you will see that the worst case scenario isn't as bad as you think it would be. And if it's really stressing you out, it really brings up some fears to the surface. Then trying to find for yourself a way to feel much calmer about the situation. What does your inner compass tell you? Your inner compass tell you. And sometimes it's just about facing those fears in order to deprive them of their power. Okay, so what I saw was that my shutter speed was half the shutter speed I normally use. So probably you saw that my movements were not as smooth as they are now. So the message I got is maybe that it felt for you as if things were moving very slowly. But I'm sure that once you do all this journaling, reflecting, trying to create solid ground for yourself, a place from which you can start in order to face these fears and go into this project with a playfulness that just gives you the feeling that you can conquer the world, things will start to move much more faster. Okay, so this was my reading for you guys. I know that this is very different from my normal journal videos, but I hope you still liked it. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment, all those things. And I hope I see you in my next video. Bye.